Turning our attention to La Liga, really impressive win for Barcelona today away against Sevilla. Ronald Koeman's side winning by 2-0. Lionel Messi and Dembele getting the goals. Jules and Ali with us. Ali, this was good from Barca against the Sevilla side who've been strong defensively this season.
As disappointing a performance as it was against Cadiz, in which you gave up seemingly the opportunity to get back on the title race, this was far more encouraging for Barcelona against Sevilla, and a team in Sevilla that had created problems for Barcelona in the past. Listen, what we saw today from Barcelona, first of all, a couple of things that I thought were important. Ronald Koeman makes a change in the formation, kind of tweaks it a little bit. They play sort of a hybrid formation with a back three, but Mingueza really covering a lot of space on the central position onto the right-hand side. That frees up Dest to get forward. It also puts Dembele higher up the field in a more central position, being the highest man in the attack for Barcelona. What does that do? For the first time in a long time that I can remember, Barcelona actually gets in behind somebody, actually challenge a team vertically. And that's where the first goal came from. Lionel Messi, for some odd reason, is allowed to turn with time and space, gets his head up, and then finds the through ball to Dembele, up 1-0. But you never really see that from Barcelona. It's always sideways and back, sideways and back. But that verticality, that ball going forward, you rarely see. And the other thing that I thought was important today was the attitude of Lionel Messi. Not the cleanest game he's ever had, but what I can tell you is that a guy that was turning the ball over and was the first one to go and try to challenge and get the ball back. That, I thought, was something to really pay attention to, because that energy and that level of commitment from Lionel Messi is not always there. At least you don't see that, so you don't perceive that in every game. But today we saw that, and the second goal was an example of that, where it's a little bit of a touch and tackle. It's a good play with Ilaish, and then he's able to get into the box. He misses the first attempt, but continues, stays with the play, and finishes. I thought it was an excellent performance from Barcelona.
Jules, you've been one of the harshest critics of Ronald Koeman. He got it right today.
He got it right completely, Dan. You're right. Ali explained very well the change in the formation, the tactics. That worked really well. I like that Dembele was in that position, because it's good when you can play him that way, as well as on the wing. On the wing, he's at times not effective enough, but when you play him centrally like this, with his space and those runs that he can make, certainly he's a completely different threat. And I thought Koeman got it as right as Lopetegui got it wrong. I don't understand how Luc de Jong can start a game like this when you know how high the backline from Barcelona will be, and he never runs in behind. So, and Nizari would have made far more sense to start in a game like this than Luc de Jong, and I still don't know how Rakitic is still playing football for Sevilla. I mean, these guys should not be in that team anymore. They've got real problems in midfield, and Rakitic doesn't help. So great for Koeman in Barcelona, and from Messi and Dembele, and not so good at all, I thought, from Lopetegui and Sevilla.
Barcelona just 2 points now, Atleti at the top of the table. Granted, Atleti do have 2 games in hand, Ali. Barca in this title race?
They would have been right smack in the middle of the title race had they not lost points to Cadiz. I think right now they're on the fringes. Not only do they have to jump past Atletico Madrid, but let's not forget that right in front of them is Real Madrid as well, who, with all their issues and absences and injuries and what have you, they're still right there. And they've been sort of the toughest team that in terms of what we have seen over the last couple of weeks, because even though they've had absences, they continue to roll 3 points after 3 points. They are the ones that Barcelona need to catch first, and then they can think about Atletico Madrid.
Do you agree, Jules?
Yeah, I think so. The big thing tonight as well after the game is that they finally did it against a big team, because so far they were terrible against PSG in the Champions League, of course, but also in La Liga. They lost to Atleti and to Real Madrid. They drew 0-0 with Sevilla at home. They lost to Sevilla in the Copa del Rey. They lost to Athletic Bilbao in the Supercopa final. So all those big games, they never showed for them. They were never there, never delivered until today. And I wonder how good psychologically this win will be for them. And let's not forget, next week is the Madrid derby, and in that derby maybe Atleti will drop points. Then Barca will host Atleti as well later in the season. They will have to go to Valdebebas as well to play against Real Madrid. So there's still a lot of points to be won, and others can lose, but they will have to be far more consistent than they've been so far this season.
Who will Barcelona want?
And also, Dan,
yeah.
one second, Dan. The other thing that you can't forget about is the fact of the schedule tomorrow and Monday. Yeah. When you consider that Atletico Madrid is playing against Villarreal, that you consider that Real Madrid is playing against Real Sociedad. So it's an opportunity for these teams to drop some points. And then, of course, you go to the Madrid derby, and then there may be some extra pressure there on Atletico Madrid, and Barcelona will be cheering as hard as they possibly can for a draw in that game, so both teams loses points, and then they get right into the title race.
And of course, Barca on the brink of going out of Europe as well, so they can fully focus on La Liga. Thank you very much, guys. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.